Texas Tech got yet another huge win Saturday against Houston, 90-86. And man, when you ask the question, who has the best collection of wins in college basketball, I've got a stat for you. BYU, Duke, and Houston have lost a combined 5 times this year. 3 of those have come against Texas Tech. And guys, Texas Tech dropped 90 on Houston. I don't want that to be overlooked. Dropping 90 on Houston is no small feat. And I went back and researched this. The last time anyone scored 90 points in regulation against Houston, the Dodgers had just gone 30 years without winning the World Series, 8 years ago. So what Texas Tech is doing is obviously the resume of an elite college basketball team. I think this is at least a Final Four contender. I think the way that they are doing this is not necessarily traditional. I'm a little bit skeptical of if they can keep it up. You're giving up 73 points per game. That's 170th in Division I. 2 guys for Texas Tech are responsible for 50% of their points. JT Toppin and Christian Anderson. Christian Anderson plays 39 minutes per game. He doesn't come out of the game. And Houston, really struggled with guarding JT Toppin. That is one of the best defensive teams in the sport. But Texas Tech, they're not particularly deep. You've got only 6 guys playing over 9 minutes per game, and their 6th man is shooting 35% from the field. So what I'm wondering is, has Texas Tech hit their peak? Maybe at the way that they're playing, they're on the highway, right? And that truck that they're driving is maybe a little bit beat up to the point to where it can hit highway speed and then some. Like you can get to 80 miles an hour on the highway, but it might take 4 to 5 RPMs instead of 2 to 3 RPMs to get there, if you know what I'm saying. Is that engine going to decline pretty fast? Because the wear and tear that it takes may not be hitting them now in January, but come March, if you have Christian Anderson playing 40 minutes a night, that may hit. Injuries may happen. Does Texas Tech have the depth to be able to keep him fresh and rested? Same goes with JT Toppin. 35 minutes per game. When you're the focal point on offense, that's a lot to carry as well. But man, I'll at least say this. They don't seem to be showing any signs of slowing down. Like, this is possibly the best offense in the entire sport. And this offense, you can see, Grant McCaslin beautifully designed it. Like, the offenses ran through JT Toppin. He's averaging 22 and 11 for 2 reasons. One, because he's just super talented. He's a freak athlete with amazing touch. And 2, the team that's built around him is built around him perfectly. Like, Texas Tech is shooting 37% from 3 when someone doubles the post and a shooter gets wide open from 3. That's the highest percentage off of those. Shout out Hoop Explorer for the advanced stat here. In all of college basketball. Texas Tech shooting 39% from 3, 12th in Division I. You're wondering, Harris, why does this matter? Because the reason why JT Toppin does so well in the post is because Texas Tech has so many amazing shooters around him that you cannot double that guy. Christian Anderson's 45% from 3. Watts is 35%. Atwell, 43%. Petty's 37%. You can't leave any of those guys open. But also, you can't necessarily leave JT Toppin one-on-one in the post either. So you're forcing teams to pick your poison, if you will. Which one are you going to sacrifice? And the only way you can pretty much stop Texas Tech offensively, which is tough. If Houston can't even do it, then I don't know if many teams can, is if you have a big man who's big enough and strong enough to guard him one-on-one. JT Toppin, that is. The only team that I've seen do that is Purdue. And you've got 6'11", 250-pound Oscar Clough and 7'3" Daniel Jacobson. yeah, you could probably hold your own one-on-one. As a result, Texas Tech was 33% from three in that game. So this offense, everyone feeds off of each other so well. The shooters' percentages go up because, well, you have to worry about JT Toppin in the post. And JT Toppin's percentage go up because, well, you've got to worry about those shooters. Everything glues so perfectly. And I've noticed when maybe there is a guy who can guard JT Toppin in the post without getting in foul trouble, right? Or the shooters are having kind of a cold day. You can get Christian Anderson attacking the rim, get him in pick and rolls one-on-one, and all of a sudden you use JT Toppin instead of like a Dwight Howard. You start using him like a Clint Capella, if you will, and you run that offense through Christian Anderson. Texas Tech can do that too. So this offense is incredibly dynamic. Lawan Watts, too, one of the best passing big men in college basketball. You'll see Texas Tech play some high-low with him at the top, chopping down low, and he's a 4-assist guy at Eastern Washington, 3-assist guy at Texas Tech, so he can get him open down low. So you have basically an elite post scorer, maybe the best in the whole sport, right? You have 3 shooters, and you have the one guy, Christian Anderson, who glues it all together. There's a reason he never goes out of the game. So offensively, I don't think you're stopping this team unless if you have a 7'3" behemoth in the paint, and I don't think anyone outside of Purdue does. And look, Texas Tech played against the tallest team in the country, Illinois, on the road, and that was a really close game. So Illinois couldn't even stop them either. My concern is defensively. I think height is a concern for Texas Tech. Team shooting 51% from 2 against them, 177th best in that category. Texas Tech is 240th in average height. Again, going back to that Purdue game, I think that game is just kind of an example of why Texas Tech may not be that tier 1 team, but they're a tier 2 team, which is like, oh yeah, they can make the Final Four. I don't know if they can necessarily win the whole thing. I think height is a limiting factor for them. I think they're going to have to deal with that. They have a great enough offense to compensate for that and make a Final Four run. I believe that. We've seen Texas Tech beat some elite competition, but I'd be really intrigued to see what happens when they play against an Arizona, who's big and strong inside. That's my one Achilles heel for them. But you know what? Regardless, this is one of the best teams in the Big 12. And you talk about best football, basketball duo schools in the nation. I don't think there's anyone that has it better than Texas Tech right now in that category. But will the wear and tear be too much? Will this team decline by the time March rolls around? That's the one question with them.